Hi there, it's Christian from SGN, and I'm just here with a quick little sneak preview to give you a little flavour of what Chaos in the Old World is like, in case you want to come along and play it. Now, this is a game that's set in the Games Workshop's Warhammer Fantasy universe, which is very similar to Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, perhaps a little bit grittier and a bit darker. Now, this is a conquest style game, and it sets 3 to 4 players against one another, and we each play the role of an evil god, basically, and we're trying to out-evil one another on this world. Now, one of the really great things about this game is that different players will be playing a different god, and each of these gods have really quite different powers and abilities that are available to them. The main way that that's represented is in the cards that your god has available to play through the game, and also in the various little creatures and miniatures that you will have available to you for your god. They all have different statistics and ways of interacting with the board. So once we've picked our god, the aim then is there's 2 ways of winning the game. The first and most common way is to score more victory points than anybody else, or the other way to do it is to advance these very cool victory dial things here. And if you advance them a certain number of times, then you can win that way too. Now, each god advances this dial in a different way, so each player is trying to sort of advance their dial in their own manner and get certain things done on the board. And of course everyone's trying to score these victory points. And the main way you do that is by essentially bringing about ruination to one of these areas. We're evil gods, remember, we're trying to make it all evil. So you will be playing out your various little creatures out onto the board, and they will be spreading corruption in their wake. And eventually, if an area gets too corrupted, well, it then becomes ruined. And when that happens, we've got a little chart here, and we see who scores what victory points. And if you're the biggest ruiner, well, then you'll score more points than the others, and then those points will add up. So it's a pretty simple premise and process, but what's very, very clever about this game is that all these different powers that that are given to you through the cards that you have available, they're really unique, they're really different, and there's some brilliant timing mechanics. You can really sort of upset another player's plans, and then they can try and work back against you, and you can make little alliances and all that sort of thing. But ultimately, of course, you're all trying to be the main person who's getting most of the corruption on the board, or advancing your dial in whatever way that is. There's battles, there's upgrades to your forces, and how much power you have available to play cards, and everything's really, really thematic, even to the point where this world that we're trying to sort of corrupt fights against us with heroes and kings rising up and all sorts of things. So playtime is somewhere between 2 to 3 hours, so it's not a short game, but it's not a super long game. Definitely something you can sit down and play together in an evening. So that's Chaos in the Old World. Look forward to playing it with you.